It's Denny time. Let's get right to it, Denny. What does the mainstream media not want us to know?
Yeah, look, I actually called MSNBC the other day, and they wouldn't take my call for whatever reason. But I was begging Rachel Maddow to please do a segment on Trey Tucker seeing 9 targets last week. Because, look, I wasn't going to bother Rachel, but with Javonte Adams popping up on the injury list yesterday, limited in practice with a hamstring injury, I think Trey Tucker is a real play here.
We welcome on Denny Carter to talk about what the mainstream media, Denny, once again is hiding from us. How are you, Denny?
I'm good. I wish Rachel would have listened. I wish Lester Holt would have taken my calls. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So, going forward, I hope they watch this segment. That's all.
Denny, just to be clear, you are phoning in, as it were, videoing in from an undisclosed bunker. Is that right? I just want to make sure your location is safe because, as you know, when you start exposing these truths and peeling back the curtain on the mainstream media, which they don't want you to know, like, they're going to come after you, and your family's in danger. And so I just want to make sure that you are we've got you protected, and that no one knows exactly in Maryland where you are.
No, exactly. I'm not in Maryland anymore. I'm in Montana. I can't tell you where in Montana I am, but that's where they had to put me, Matt.
Okay, fair enough. Good. All right. Well, what does the mainstream media not want us to know, Denny? Keep exposing these secrets. Exposing their lies. Yeah.
We're going to keep it going. Yeah, we're going to keep it going with Xavier Legette, okay? Legette, as they're calling him now. 8 catches for 108 yards for the Panthers and a touchdown since Andy Dalton took over for Bryce Young. Here's the thing. Here's some secret data that mainstream press won't tell you about. It's called target share. And he has a 16% target share, 24% what we call air yard share, okay? And you can find this on the dark web if you want. I recommend not going on. Just listen to me. Trust me. People will say, oh, Deontay Johnson is the dominant wide receiver 1 in Carolina. All I'm saying is that the truth is out there with Legette, and I think that he actually could emerge here. Also, just as an aside on Legette, for those who say that I hated Xavier Legette's profile coming into the NFL, these are vicious, horrible lies spread by some of the worst people in mainstream media. I loved him, no matter what my posts online say.
Denny, I was actually talking to Carl Bernstein and Bob Woodward this morning about Trey Sermon, and this seems like another conspiracy and cover-up that no one is talking about.
It is. Yeah, look, Jonathan Taylor, his low high ankle sprain is the lowest high ankle sprain in the history of Western medicine. It looks like that's going to put him on the shelf for at least a week, maybe 2. Trey Sermon, guys, is the only other Colts running back to have a carry this year, okay? And you may hear, some folks in the mainstream press say, oh, well, what about Tyler Goodson? Tyler Goodson's going to run the routes and catch the passes while Taylor's out. Look, I looked into it very strongly before the show, actually. And Goodson is actually a psyop launched by mainstream press. You have to really come to grips with that before you look into this Indianapolis backfield. Trey Sermon's the only game in town. Let's remember that going into week 5.
Denny, the Cowboys, also known as America's team, yet it feels like even with Brandon Cooks out, America is not discussing another receiving option in this room.
It's horrible. People will say, okay, well, look, Brandon Cooks was the wide receiver 2 in Dallas. Was he? If you look into it, if you open your eyes for just a minute, you'll see that maybe Brandon Cooks was not. And of course, Cooks is going to be out for some time now after a knee situation popped up this week. But before he went out, we have Jalen Tolbert second in catches, second in pass routes, second in yards among Dallas receivers. So really, you hear CNN constantly talking about Brandon Cooks. They will never mention Jalen Tolbert. Tolbert was the wide receiver 2. He remains the wide receiver 2. More targets are coming his way. Don't listen to the lies.
No, they don't want you to know that Jalen Tolbert has an 81% route participation so far this year. Has had at least 13 fantasy points in 2 of the past 3 games and an end zone target in each of them as well. They don't want you to know that. Denny, keep posting on Facebook. Keep letting the people know. Keep getting out there. And I agree with you. The truth is out there. I would be into a TV show where it is Denny Carter and Roto Pat in a wig you know, going out and
Dana Scully wig?
Yeah, just going out and like looking for all these mysteries and uncovering these mysteries, because the truth is out there, Denny.
You can catch more Denny live every Friday at noon for his weekly Q&A on the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. Thank you, Denny.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Denny.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.